Hey, what's up everybody? It's Life Without Pants here, and in today's video we're going to talk about crafting boots for our Corrupting Fever Bleed Glad. And we've got basically a statement of intent here. We've got these, we're going to use a base 2-tone boots, armor evasion at level 86. That way we can get some extra armor. Lots of armor at the moment is really good this league and probably next league as well. For our implicits, we're going to go with chance to avoid elemental ailments at perfect and movement or action speed at greater. And chance to avoid elemental ailments is I think Eater of Worlds, and movement or action speed is Searing Exarch. As we are gonna get Eater of Worlds dominant on our boots, then that means we can alter our suffixes with the Eldritch crafting currencies. So we're going to essence spam for with big life to hit T1 move speed, and then we're going to worry about our suffixes afterwards. So let's get into it. Let's start up. So we're going to go with boots. We're going to go strength dex, and the 2-tone boots at level 86 is what we're after. 86 is absolutely necessary because we need to hit T1 move speed. That's something that's quite important to us. So let's start it up. We're gonna just make them magic, and then we're going to start our Eldritch crafting. So we're going to start off with Ickers, and we're just going to try and hit over here. Just going to try and hit avoid elemental ailments, because this build is, you know, elemental ailment immune. It's quite important you don't get frozen all the time. It gives you more leeway with your Pantheon because you don't have to go with Brine King. So we're just going to spam. Oh, we got it pretty early on. So chance to avoid elemental ailments. There we go. And then we're just going to chuck on any greater ember here. This one doesn't matter too much for now. And then we're going to start beast crafting. We actually need to have just a magic item here for beast crafting. So we're going to make an imprint of these. And then we're going to go into our Eldritch crafting. We're going to use our Orb of Conflict, and that's going to bring one of these tier 5 things up and the other one down. And hopefully it'll be elemental ailments goes up and the other one goes down. We did not hit that, so we're going to restore from our imprint, create a new one, and then we're going to go back with this, and we managed to get it that time. So now we're going to make another imprint, go back with our Orb of Conflict, and now we're at T4. Hopefully we'll hit tier 3. We did. So we'll chuck another greater ember on there to give it the Orb of Conflict something to lower in value. And then we're going to go again. Hopefully we'll hit tier 2. We managed to again. That's pretty lucky for us. And then we'll chuck one more of these on again. We'll make one, hopefully, a final imprint. And then we'll slam. And again, we managed. We were really, really lucky. I think that's the luckiest I've ever been. Shame it's theory crafting. But now we've got 30% chance to avoid elemental ailments. And that's really, really big for us. These boots on their own, just this one item, they provide 50% chance. I think 54 at the maximum chance to avoid elemental ailments. So that's really, really good for us. Now we're going to spam greater embers until we get either move speed or action speed. They're both very, very good. Move speed, action speed, slightly different from each other. They do sound like they're the same kind of thing, but they're not. So I'm just going to spam these for a second, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, there we go. We've got increased movement speed on our boots now, and that means that we can start getting into our essence spamming. So we're going to go with T1 greed essences. These are, you know, relatively cheap in comparison to lots of other crafting materials, and we're going to spam these. We're going to get T1 life each time, and we're going to go for 35% move speed. So that's T1 move speed, and I think it has the same weighting for all move speeds on boots. We can just go and have a quick check here. Let's go and find boots. We're going for strength dex, and when we go look at move speed, yes, they all have the same weighting. So whilst you may see, you know, I find I always see 20 and 25% all the time. Oh, that's 25% again. It is, you know, just know that it's random. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but it is. We've got 25 again. It really doesn't feel random. So I'm just going to spam these essences, and then I'll see you in a second. Oh wow, that was really, really quick. So we've got 35% move speed, and we've got our T1 life. So basically our prefixes are done right now. You will likely get something that you probably don't want, some kind of armor evasion, something like that. Armor evasion is fine, it doesn't matter too much. There's nothing else we're desperately looking for on our prefixes. So now we go back to the Eldritch crafting, and we're gonna just, as we have Eater of Worlds dominant, then all of this stuff will work on our suffixes. So only our suffixes should be changed when we use these items. And the Chaos Orbs are quite expensive. It can be more expensive than just using 3 exalts and 3 annuls. So something to keep in mind when you're buying all your essences and your Eldritch currencies. Now, what do we want? We want 2 big resistances and a free suffix for our other stuff, because we're going to craft on chance to avoid elemental ailments again. So we've got just 1 small lightning resistance here. I find I use a lot of, this is pretty good. Maybe if we could annul off both of those things, that's going pretty well. And then actually, yeah, I might keep this. This is not terrible. It could be a lot better, but and you can keep spamming as much as you want. It depends how resistance starved your particular build is, but this for me is actually probably good enough. 23% is a little bit on the low side. I would much prefer like a T4 or something on this instead of T6, but this is pretty good. And then we just go straight into the bench and we craft on chance to avoid elemental ailments here, and then now we've got 21% up to 25, and this is up to 32, so that's up to 57% chance to avoid elemental ailments from these. We've got 41% increased movement speed, we've got big life, and we've got a couple of resistances. These are absolutely workaholic boots. These are absolutely great, and I hope you really enjoy using them. Check out the Twitch channel if you like. If you think this is a useful video, please leave a like, throw me a subscription, and I'll see you on Twitch. We're probably going to be league starting with the Corrupting Fever Bleed Glad, so I would love to see you there, and I'll talk to you later.